Hi there, YouTube. It's Matt again. Um, yeah, we have some interesting news to talk about today. My brother lives in Las Vegas. Fortunately, he's fine. Um, yeah, that's that. The shooting. Mind is not wrapping around this thing. I don't understand what it is that would make a person want to go and kill a whole bunch of people like this. I mean, this is not a war zone. I do think it's an act of terror. I don't care if there isn't some organization behind it. It's anytime you do something like that, where you just go out and want to kill people, kill, steal, and destroy, as it says, and also in the process, of course, scare everybody. That's it. That's terrorism. So you don't have to be in an organization. A lone gun, lone wolf, whatever they're calling this guy, still terrorism. So honestly, my heart goes out to these people. Um, Tell you the truth, I have no idea what I would do in a situation like that. So just keep praying. In lighter news, apparently today is the 35th anniversary of the opening of Epcot. And I just finished watching a really epic video on Justin Scar's Random Land Adventures channel, where basically he brings out his entire crew of friends to Florida, and they get to meet Tim Tracker there too, who was normally in Florida. And it's kind of incredible. I mean, Bob Gurr was there, Count Stankus was there, um, Adam was there, and we haven't seen Adam in a while. Adam, you need to watch your voice though. You were clearly suffering from a cold or something when you recorded the video for Spaceship Earth. I could hear the hoarseness. All this, you need to get some fluid in you. Lots of Gatorade, I would suggest. Something with, what do they call it? The electrolytes? Yeah, something like that. Keep hydrated, man. Florida is hot, and you clearly have a cold. So, yeah. Also, I want to welcome a new subscriber. I've been looking for models, people to inspire me, and I got really inspired. I stumbled across this guy called Craig, the Scottish guy. Hi, Craig! So welcome to my channel. He's subscribed. By the way, you should check out his channel. He's got a really awesome one where he goes to a veterans museum, and oh my goodness, the Holocaust section is heartbreaking. But seeing like all the different uniforms and all of the different stuff that the veterans had, the letters, the pictures of their wives, is really cool. And he has some other really cute stuff. I just love the way he interacts with, just people in general. He's just a really warm, great guy. So, yeah, welcome to my channel. Which I just realized I'm quoting. Oh, well. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, that was subconscious, by the way. So, anyway, yeah, I don't want to take up too much time. So, yeah. So, there's that. Other things going on in my personal life. Trying to help certain person that I know get set up in New York who hasn't lived there before, which is nice. Family member. I don't want to go into too much detail. Yeah. Let's see. I work with kids on a day-to-day basis, and it's got its ups and downs, and sometimes we're in one, sometimes we're the other, and occasionally adults have different notions on what works with certain kids, but you do what you do. So that's going okay for the most part. Let's see. Artistically, let's see. The past month, I've been doing some interesting doodling in line work. Unfortunately, I keep forgetting to bring my colored media to work with me. Basically, I have it's an 8-period class, and we have 4 periods in which we have kids, and then we have another 4 periods in which we don't, and also lunch and breakfast. Now, one of those 4 periods, we actually have a teacher conference time, group planning, whatever you want to call it. So I'm actually working to that. But we have basically 3 down periods plus very short lunch and breakfast periods. And when I'm not, of course, I don't eat my breakfast at the school. The children do, but I eat my lunch there. So during those 3 periods, sometimes I'll just spend it doodling because I am an artist and you got to practice sometimes. And it's a way to stay awake. I also like to go and take long walks. Not that you can go too far. I stay on the same floor and it's a hallway back and forth, but wander and say hello to people and that kind of thing. With your fellow staff members that are trying to also figure out how to do the job best, and you can kind of get ideas. But part of that time I usually spend doodling. So yeah, but I created recently a picture which I brought home. It's still in line form of this kind of an abstract thing that began as a castle, then turned into a fish tank, then started incorporating everything else that didn't match on purpose into the landscape. So I have moon cars and cityscapes and flying things and birds and fish and spaceships and all this stuff mixed together. I don't know. I was just being crazy. But I have this tendency to kind of let my imagination run loose sometimes. So that's new. If I ever get that done, maybe I'll shoot a shot of it. But in the line form, it's probably not going to hit the camera very well. Who knows? Right now, I'm trying to come up with some newer concepts, though, because I think that one I've pretty well finished, other than the color. So I love doing that kind of thing. Let's see. Which brings me to a point. What do you like to do that's creative? Reading is creative, even though you're exploring someone else's work. I mean, you have to see what they're trying to describe, and sometimes you might not necessarily see it exactly the way somebody else does. What about, do you collect anything? I have a small collection of postcards I did years ago, but currently what I collect are little pieces of memorabilia, and one of these days I'll show you some of them. I have, for example, my Anglophilia, I have various packages of British food. There's a store called Wegmans here. You can actually get British food imported, and I occasionally save the containers, and I use them for things, and I use them for decor as well. I've got little miniature Disney characters up there right now. I gotta show you this thing one of these times. I've also got a collection of odd pictures that I've made over the years. Yeah, so I collect a few things. Let's see, other creative things that a person can do. I am not a musician, but if you are, hey, that's great. What do you do to keep your mind occupied and keep from being a dull person? Just curious. One of those things. I believe that everyone, this is my motto, I believe everyone fits this motto. We are created in the image of our Creator, and therefore we must create. That's in Genesis, and you can look it up if you want. But basically, I mean, yeah, self-explanatory. So even if you don't feel very creative, anytime you try to take apart the world and understand how it works and possibly do your own thing, you're trying to create something. So it's art. So even if you don't feel like an artist, some art is called science. Some art is called math. Some art is called social studies. It's all art, as far as I'm concerned. You're probably wrong. You probably disagree with me. Whatever. Okay, that's my little tidbit of crazy philosophy. And no, shooting people up from a 30-second story window is not art. That's terrorism. But, Lord, be with those people that have suffered and just send them some help. There are organizations out there that help people. I would recommend Samaritan's Purse. That's a good one. If nothing else, Salvation Army. The reason I recommend these organizations is because when you send them something designated for a specific cause, it only goes for that cause. They take very, very, almost nothing out for administration or anything like that. And I'm sure you can think of others. As a matter of fact, I used to work for the Salvation Army, so I know this. If somebody donated something specifically for the part of it that I worked for, that was the only thing they could use it for. If somebody donated something specifically, say, for a homeless project they were running or whatever, that was the only thing they could use it for. It was all earmarked. You couldn't use it for anything else. So that's a good one. All right. So I'm running a little bit long. Maybe not for you. A lot of YouTubers run 15, 20 minutes and don't think about it. But for me prattling on with my voice and not actually shifting things and doing an unedited thing, I think 10, 11 minutes is about it. So I'm going to wrap it up here, but hope to see you soon. Like, share, subscribe, and further up and further in. All righty. Bye.